Yo! Welcome back to another edition of the Crewcast. I'm your host, Andrew Cruz, and today is Monday. Motherfucking Monday. And before I start, the Cruising Podcast can be found on YouTube, also on goodness gracious. Also on Apple Podcasts, also Stitcher, Spotify, wherever you need to find podcast needs, that's where you can find the Cruising Podcast. And also, if you need to find any updates of the Cruising Podcast, is at Cruising Podcasts on Instagram, also at Nicetown Finest on Twitter. I'm still trying to figure out the handle situation, but hey, we're here, and this is where just life. That's what we're gonna do. But I want to say thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome for listening. Still, yeah. I know I've been on and off the past couple weeks, but hey, it's just what happens. I look dark as fuck right now. Why am I so dark? I'm underneath a light. I'm just feel like all I can see is my teeth and my eyes. Like it just seems like I'm dark as shit. Whatever, fuck it. My voice is the thing that's going to carry us through this bad boy. Not yeah. So quarantine week, I don't know anymore. Really for real, quarantine has not really changed any part of my life. I ain't even gonna lie to you guys. The only thing I'm missing is me going to the gym every day. I go get coffee, I go to work, and I play video games. Literally, it literally hasn't changed shit for me. Except that I've been binge watching a lot more. Not binge. I've been binge watching movies more than I've been binge watching TV shows. This is a lot more movies I've been watching as of late than TV shows. So with that, I want to say, oh yeah, well, and also sports, not having sports on TV really sucks major bizzles because that's like the only new thing that's supposed to be happening that's live happening, and I haven't had that in a while. It's been over a month since we had it. We were supposed to have a UFC literally this weekend coming up, and ABC Disney said no bitch, we will not be doing any of that. We won't have people sitting here protesting outside our offices because you felt like you need to do your thing. So what sucks is that we won't get UFC. Also, we won't get it on Fight Island. Or well, I think they were doing it on a Native American reservation, which would have been even cooler. But the Fight Island, apparently Dana White said that shit is real, and I believe him. I believe him. He said he's secured in the island so he can have international fights and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's pretty like for the future. That's pretty hype. And he said the next time they come to LA, that's going to be the first place they fight is the Native American reservation that was going to allow them to put on the fight anyway. Um, just understand that reservations have completely different laws than the American than America, just making sure everybody understands that's the reason why they were going to be able to do that. This the problem is Disney was like, no, that's not going to work. That's not going to work for us. We're going to try something different. We're going to, adhere to the to our government rules and regulations right now. And so, yeah, that's where we're at. Also, under in some sneak news, Virginia, the state of Virginia, government Northam has just legalized marijuana. So not legalize it, but decriminalize marijuana. So if you're holding a certain amount, it's like a $25 fine. So no jail sentence, no nothing. So Virginians, there you go. You got weed illegal. I mean, well, you got marijuana legal. So practically legal. Yeah, pay 20 in jail. So especially in these times, because apparently prisoners are the ones that's getting coronavirus more, and it's like spreading rapidly through fucking jails. So that's where we're at right now with the coronavirus. That's the and also marijuana legalization news. Also, all right. So the name of this podcast is called the Hall of Fame podcast. Well, not the Hall of Fame show. I mean, I'm going to quickly go through it, but I just wanted to, just in case everybody doesn't understand, Kobe Bryant was put into this Hall of Fame. He hasn't been retired for more than, I think it's 5 years for the NBA. I know it's definitely 5 years for the NFL, but the NBA's, I think, runs on a different schedule because Iverson wasn't retired for 5 years. Whatever. Just understand that 96 draft with Iverson being number one and like Kobe being 13th. Like that draft has a lot of famers now. Um, let me see. All right, so let's do this. So are people that are in the Hall of Fame right now. Hold on, because they don't just give me a name, and that's all I really want right now. Okay, so as everybody knows, Kobe Bryant was put into the Hall of Fame posthumously by the NBA. They said they were doing that. They said they were doing this right, like almost right after he passed away. Also, we have Tim Duncan. People don't understand, and this is where I have always had this problem with like basketball fans, but people were like the NBA was on a decline during the 2000s. Now during the 2000s, like during the early 2000s with Tim Duncan and the Spurs winning championships, we had an NBA lockout at the same time. We've seen the NBA lockout, but I feel like there were still superstar players playing at high levels during the early 2000s. You got to think about it. And then a couple names that came out that are huge today, to this day. Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan, and Kevin Garnett. These are three huge names that played in the early 2000s. By the way, two of them came straight out of high school. Kobe Bryant and Kevin Garnett came straight out of high school. Tim Duncan, I don't even think Tim Duncan learned how to play basketball until a later age. He was a swimmer. They was like, yo, you're 7 feet. You're from, I don't want to be wrong. I think he's from like the Dominican Republic, not Dominican Republic. He's from a Caribbean island. But, is he Trinidad? I think I should have looked this up before. I should have looked this up beforehand. But, these were some of the greatest play. Like, for real, if we really think about it hard, Kobe's like one of the greatest shooting guards of all time. One of actually top three players of all time. Tim Duncan is top 10. He might not have the big stats and stuff like that, but Tim Duncan was seen as probably the greatest power forward of all time. And you can argue it. I know there's a lot of names out there. Dirk Nowitzki, Charles Barkley. You got a bunch of different power forwards that were great. But Tim Duncan was a 7-foot power forward who can shoot jump shots, block shots, and get rebounds. Really, and get dunks and stuff like that too. But when he got later in his career, he perfected hitting off the backboard. What we call it Tim Duncan. That was his thing, the big fundamental. He was fundamentally sound at basketball, and that's what he did best. So in the early 2000s to the mid 2000s to almost the late 2000s, there were two great power forwards controlling the league at this point, and it was Tim Duncan and Kevin Garnett. And they're going into the Hall of Fame at the same time. That's amazing. That's awesome to see. At my childhood, I knew about, I watched these guys. I watched definitely Tim Duncan in college while he was playing for Wake Forest. I watched him. Kobe Bryant's from Philly, so I know, I watched they still show his high school tapes and stuff. Amazing. Kevin Garnett was like one of the first guys coming out of high school again. I think like before him, he was the first really successful guy. I think he came after Kobe. I forgot. I'm gonna remember later. But they were like him and Kobe were like the first guys to come out of high school to be really successful at the NBA. The only other guy I can think of is Moses Malone. All right. No other names that are in the Hall of Fame, NBA Hall of Fame. Well, not the NBA, the Basketball Hall of Fame. Eddie Sutton. Eddie Sutton was a four-time National Coach of the Year. If everybody, you might not know who Eddie Sutton is. Eddie Sutton was the coach of the Oklahoma State Cowboys for a very, very long time. Actually, before I got out of college, he was still coaching, if I remember correctly. Not out of college, out of high school. He was still coaching. And also his name is on the Oklahoma State's basketball floor. It's the Eddie, I think it's Eddie Sutton court or something like that. Okay. Also, finally, if there's no Rudy T, there might not be a Tim Duncan or they both were Kevin Garnett was very defensively minded and also great offensive minded power forward. But if this coach never comes about, there might not be like that stretch four that we know about right now. There might be a stretch four, but this man introduced the Houston Rockets to 2 championships while he had Akeem and Kenny Smith and Mario Ellie, and a lot of Vernon Maxwell. No, it's not Vernon Maxwell. Yeah, Vernon Maxwell. Shit, Mad Max. Yeah. So that's just a couple of players on the list. Like Kevin. Sam Cassell was also on the team, but he and Robert Ory. Speaking of what I'm talking about, Robert Ory was like one of the first stretch fours to play in the NBA and be successful. And Rudy Tomjanovich really introduced that, to have bigs that can shoot threes and spread the floor out, because you had Akeem Olajuwon. Get the fuck out of his way and let him go to work. Okay? You let Akeem Olajuwon go to work. All right. And if that meant that I needed one of my maybe shooting from the corner threes, or just to spread the floor around so Akeem could just go to work. That's really what you did in that situation. And Rudy Tomjanovich finally gets in the Hall of Fame. Finally. They've been griping about him for about 2-3 years out here now on the sports radio stations about Rudy T not being in the Hall of Fame. And it was a travesty. It was a problem to me. All right. Also, next, Tamika Catchings. If you don't know, Tamika Catchings is a 10-time WNBA All-Star, a 4-time Olympic gold medalist. That's all you need. Tamika Catchings was a monster when she played. Tamika Catchings was like Candace Parker. Like she was in there before Candace Parker and Diana Taurasi and all the rest of them. She was killing it before, and she was killing it after they were in the WNBA. And Tamika Catchings was a problem. Dead ass, she is still a problem. She did that horse thing with everybody that everybody did on Sunday, which was a fucking travesty, in my opinion. Like, them doing horse through live streaming is the dumbest shit I ever watched in my life, by the way. It was just dumb. NBA's like, oh my gosh, the NFL's still going to put on their draft. They still have free agency. NFL's still running pretty much, except for they can't meet their players, and they can't have meetings and shit like that together inside of a building. But the NFL operations are still going. And the NBA is like, oh man, how are we going to do this? 2K tournament. No, 2K tournament has, I don't know. 2K tournament was terrible. It was terrible. It was bad. Some of them were good. I wish they talked a little bit more shit. That's what I would have did. If I was playing, I would have talked a lot of shit, a lot of bit more shit. But it was bad. Let's be real. It was bad. Ronnie 2K was not a good guy to like put out there as I know Ronnie 2K is big in the community. He's actually one of the top people in the community for 2K, but he doesn't have the personality, in my opinion, to like give me excited about the 2K tournament. I wasn't excited. He didn't make me excited. His voice was like, so what happened here is that it was, he was arguing with the refs a little bit too much. Nah, man, like, this isn't fun. Like, you're just talking like a monotone voice. You have it's just no energy. There was no energy put into this 2K tournament. You was the only broadcaster there, broadcaster that's a part of this, and it just didn't make me excited to like watch this shit. I didn't care. Like, I was just in there like, he's the worst. You could have found anyone else, anybody else. One of the 2K players that's in the league, me, anybody else. And I understand people know who Ronnie 2K is and probably never heard him really talk like this, but it was bad. It was really bad. And then I watched the horse competition. First of all, NBA players, how the hell don't y'all have better basketball courts? First of all. Second of all, what the fuck is going on? Y'all really dying for that much content to have a horse competition? That was the worst thing I've ever watched in my life. It was terrible. It was terrible. And I love it. I love, back in the day, we loved playing horse. But that was bad. It was so bad. Okay. But Tamika Catchings was a part of it. And Tamika Catchings is, like, I'm telling y'all need to go back to highlight tapes or whatever you need to go back to. Tamika Catchings was a fucking problem. She was a fucking problem. Now, do I remember what team she played for? No. But I remember watching her play. And did she play for Indiana? Yes, she did play for Indiana at one point. The Indiana Fever. She did play for them. And killed it because that was the same time. At that time, Indiana Pacers was going off too. It was like Paul George and them were going off, and then like you go into the summertime, and Tamika Catchings was murking the game too. All right, so and then also Kim Mulkey, five-time Division II National Coach of the Year, three-time NCAA National Championship Coach of Baylor. Kim Mulkey. Once again, I watch a lot of basketball in my lifetime, especially women's college basketball. Kim Mulkey, Gino Auriemma, right now Dawn Staley, Muffet, something Muffet. No, it's not Muffet. I know her last name is Muffet McGraw. These are some of the big names, like in Sterling. It's Stringer. Vivian Stringer. These are names, these are huge basketball coaching names that we all know about through like different medias. He's talked about because she is the coach of Baylor. Let's be real, who gives a fuck about Baylor? No one. No, I'm joking. Baylor's a great place. But no, and also the place that Baylor is at, Waco. It's all right. All right. Kim Mulkey is a three-time national championship coach. Mostly because she had Brittany Griner as her center. Let's be real, Brittany Griner was a monster, and she could not be stopped. But Kim Mulkey has also made Baylor a perennial Final Four participant pretty much for the past like 10, 15 years, to tell you the truth. She's been a staple in the NCAA, a staple. Teams that we hear about making a run in the national tournament in the women's side: UConn, South Carolina, Tennessee, and Fuddruckers. South Carolina, Tennessee, and Baylor. Baylor and Baylor and Stanford. Stanford, they'll give the out west team some love too. I'm sorry. And now also, well, Oregon had one of the best, probably the greatest college player ever. But you always hear these names, and Kim Mulkey was the ringleader of Baylor. The problem is that if you win 3 championships in this era, you deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. Why? Because Gino Auriemma pretty much had the college basketball on lockdown, and that's for the past I'm 30 years old. 20 years now. UConn don't lose. And when they do lose, it's because maybe Baylor or South Carolina or Tennessee or somebody else just comes out and beats them. Notre Dame too. Notre Dame. And yeah, Kim Mulkey and whatever coaches have won multiple championships at this time, especially when Gino is running the game right now. Yeah. They deserve to be Hall of Famers just because they had to weather that storm. So yeah. All right. A couple more names. Barbara Stevens. Oh no, she's a 5. Oh, my bad. So 5-time Division II National Championship coach Barbara Stevens, and also longtime FIBA executive Patrick Bowman. Okay, the last 2 names, I ain't gonna lie, I don't know anything about them. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna put no name. I ain't gonna put no lies out there. I don't know anything about these guys, about these lady and gentlemen. All I know is that FIBA has been on a fucking tear. The international community for basketball is amazing now, and if you're executive under that umbrella, then you definitely deserve some type of love for the growth of not just NBA basketball, but basketball worldwide. Now, is it soccer? Fuck no, it's not soccer, but it's the growth of it is amazing. And also, Division II is nothing to sniff at either, especially when you've been coach of the year 5 times. You know how difficult it is to get it once. You know how many colleges there are in Division II? I don't know, over 100. And she won it 5 times. Barbara Stevens did. That's tough money. That's a lot of schools you got to run through just to, yeah, maybe I should did my homework a little bit more about this. Hold on, let me see. I got you guys. Hold on. Barbara Stevens. Barbara Stevens is served as head coach for Clark University in Massachusetts. So far right now, actually, she played basketball for Bentley University. That's what's up. All right, let me see her coaching career. Let's talk about her coaching career real quick. We want to give Barbara Stevens some love, man. She's 65 years old, doing big fucking things out in massive motherfucking Massachusetts. As soon as this thing hurries up. All right. No, Clark University is where she went. My bad. No, she took over head coaching duties of Massachusetts in 1983. Mm. First year coach. She came to Bentley. Oh, Bentley University is her. What? What the fuck? Hold on. Bentley University. Okay, so Bentley University is the Division II team that she has coached. 5-time national champion. I mean, 5-time national coach of the year. Amazing. That's huge, man. That is huge. Congratulations to everyone that got to the Hall of Fame to the Basketball Hall of Fame. Shit, it's so weird to say that because everybody else, like the NFL, has its own Hall of Fame. And I think Major League Baseball doesn't either. I think it's called the Baseball Hall of Fame, and anybody can get in. There's like Yao Ming got into the Hall of Fame last year, and there was a lot of issues with that. Well, like a lot of people weren't fans of Yao Ming becoming a Hall of Famer, but you got to understand that man did a lot of shit for like the relationship with one man's tweet, which we all know who it was. Yeah. So that's where we're at with that. That's what's up. Good job, Hall of Famers. Now, I mean, great careers from a lot of all these Hall of Famers. I mean, you wouldn't be a Hall of Famer if you did not have a fantastic career in the respective sport. I mean, in the respective realm of basketball that you did. So congratulations, everybody, clap it up. Also, just in case you guys don't notice, I'm wearing a Kobe Bryant t-shirt that I got in honor of Kobe. You know what I'm saying? I gotta give him honor. That's my dude, man. I was one of my favorite players of all time. And I'm happy that the NBA was smart enough and also gracious enough to put him in the Hall of Fame. He would have been first ballot Hall of Famer no matter what anyway. Let's be real. But to automatically do it posthumously, it's amazing from the NBA. They did a great job in handling the Kobe Bryant's death. So yeah. All right. So that was a lot of sports. My bad, y'all. It's a lot of it. One little video game news. I saw the controller to the PlayStation 5. I know it was big news at one point. To me, it looks like a little bit bigger. It looks like the same controller, but a little bit bigger. And also, why is it dressed like, I don't know, the Avengers time travel suit? It looks exactly like it. Almost to a T. It looks like the Avengers time travel suit. Go look at it again. You won't be able to look at that shit the same. Look at that shit the same. Trust me. That's the only thing I have about that. Really, like that's what makes this controller a little bit better though. It's a little bit bigger. That's what I liked about the Xbox controller, the first Xbox. I know a lot of people hate that first Xbox. Some of you are just fucking haters. But the first Xbox controller was fucking huge. So was the Dreamcast controller. And I don't know why. I like bigger controllers. Doesn't make me any type of way. I just like bigger controllers sometimes because I have little hands. I have these little dainty hands. And they're strong though. They're strong hands, but they're they're little. No. But it looks like a little bit bigger controller. It looks actually pretty cool. Um, it's the same thing. It's same X. All the rest of that cool button, all the buttons and stuff like that. Looks like it still has the middle PlayStation home button or what PlayStation the little whatever the trackpad on it, whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So yeah. It still looks the same. I can't wait for it to come out. Probably 6 months after it comes out. Not because the I know everybody's like, yo, yeah, the price is going to change in about six to 12 months. I'm like, no, it's not. That's just going to be so popular. It's going to be flying off the shelves, man. I'm telling you, it's going to be flying off the shelves, and it's going to have so many fucking problems in the beginning. So I'm going to keep my PlayStation 4 for maybe another 6 months after the release, just to put it out there. So, also, I got to watch 4 movies this weekend. I know it's not a lot that you think I watched, but it was a lot to me. Damn it, I sleep a lot now too. I've been sleeping a lot more. It's kind of fucking weird. But first movie I've been wanting to talk about, I've been wanting to see for a while, that people have been talking highly about, Birds of Prey. Can I just say, it's the second best Disney movie. No, Disney. Fuck me, man. I'm so tired. It is the second best DC movie to come out. DC has done the smartest thing they could have done. They made the villains become villains. Not just villains, but I know that, Harley Quinn was the hero. Harley Quinn was the hero in this one. Sorry. Harley Quinn was the hero in this film, but she was still a villain. It might not make sense to you, but it makes sense to me. Whatever. Harley Quinn played, Margot Robbie plays amazing Harley Quinn, by the way. Also, this movie was so fucking good. Was a lot of violence. Lots of violence. And they did not hold back. And they did an amazing job with it. And also, Rosie Perez, if you need my number, I'm here for you. Hey, look, I loved you in White Man Can't Jump. I love you even more now. But no, to tell you the truth, the movie was done fantastically. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah. Joker was a better movie, but this movie right here is a dangerously close second. It was great. It was great. You want to know why? Because they didn't have that PG-13 restriction. They didn't give them that PG-13 restriction. You let villains be fucking villains. You let psychopaths be psychopaths. That's what Harley Quinn is, and that's what Joker was. That's what Joker is. Also, I know Jared Leto was mad that he wasn't, the solo Joker film guy. I wish they allowed him to flesh out his Joker a little bit more. I wish he was the villain for Suicide Squad. Also, you don't have to cut him out from everything. We know who Joker was when Margot Robbie is Harley Quinn. We know the Joker to her Harley Quinn. We understand that. You don't have to go that far, like cutting out the scenes where he's in. We get it. We understand. I know. I just wish that we got to see his Joker a little bit more. Even if he was in this movie for like a short period of time, this would have been great. But Ewan McGregor as Black Mask, he did a great job as Black Mask. I don't know who the guy was that played Zaz. I didn't like him. That's the only miscasting I had, was him being Zaz. I think the only the Victor Zaz that I liked was the one from Gotham. That dude should have played that Victor Zaz. That dude was a fucking great Victor Zaz. He was great at being a psychopath. He was great at it. He was great on that. He's also good on Barry. He's funny as shit on Barry. And just in case, if you haven't seen Barry, it's actually a pretty funny show from HBO. But he played. That's the only miscasting I have. I think everybody else was casted correctly for that person. Huntress, the girl that played Huntress, great job. Journey, I'm gonna say her fucking name wrong, but Journey Smollett, she played Black Canary, and we know that she can sing. And they actually incorporated the Black Dinah being able to sing with her, and they picked the right person for that character. Now, no, it's Dinah Lance. No, Dinah Drake or Dinah. I think they named her Drake on fucking Arrow for some reason, because they didn't want her being Laurel's daughter. Whatever. But this movie did a great job. They only, I think that it was a perfect mix of comedy, violence, and action all the way through this movie. And the storyline was fantastic. The little girl that played Kid Sandra Kane was hilarious, by the way, and it was amazing to watch. The 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 chemistry between her and Margot Robbie through this movie, and her Harley Quinn was amazing. So if you guys get a chance, definitely go watch the second. I think there might be 1A and 1B, man. I might have to say the 1A and 1B because yeah, they were two completely different movies. Joker and Birds of Prey, two completely different movies, but two movies that did a great job in the genre that they chose to be a part of. That yeah, yeah. So DC did the right thing. They're making like anthologies. They're not trying to make what the Marvel universe did. They're doing what DC should have been doing. And that's what all DC superheroes mostly are. They're really loners. Batman is a loner. The only parts that Batman is with everyone else, yes, is with Justice League. Sorry. Yes, is with Justice League, but most of the time he's by himself. That's why the Batman trilogies were great because Batman alone, Rogues Gallery, can hold its own. You know, you got Joker, you got Bane, you got Scarecrow, Scarface, Two-Face. You got all these great villains. You can work with that. Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, you got a Rogues Gallery. Victor Freeze, Mr. Freeze, whatever you want to call him, Dr. Freeze, because he was a doctor. Y'all don't give him any fucking respect, but he was a doctor. It was Dr. Victor Freeze. Just letting you guys know. So, yeah, man, I think, I truly think, yeah, they Joker in Birds of Prey were 1A and 1B. And that's really what I can say. I didn't want people to believe. I think that the commercials and the whole the trailer did, like I've seen somebody say, it didn't do any justice. It really did not do this movie justice. I think it really hurt this movie. I think those first trailers really sucked, and I think it hurt the movie very bad. So yeah, but definitely go out and try Birds of Prey. Okay, 21 Bridges. I've been wanting to see this movie for a while. I think it came out in September. The problem is I didn't go to the movie theaters, and once movie theaters start opening back up again, I'm gonna be spending a lot of time. I'm gonna be there for a while. No, but 21 Bridges had Chadwick Boseman, aka Black Panther. Also was produced by the Russo brothers. If you don't know who the Russo brothers are, they're the ones that are behind all of the Avengers, Infinity War, and Endgame. Goodness gracious, give me 1 second. That sucked. Water's over there. It's too far. All right. 21 Bridges is about a cop that his father was killed by criminals, and this detective is known for killing criminals. Being pretty much serving out justice on these criminals. But there is a twist to this movie, a huge twist to this movie that I don't think you guys are going to see yet. I don't want to spoil anything for you, but I definitely advise anybody to watch 21 Bridges too. It looks like Chadwick Boseman also, after I guess he stopped training, it looked like he got skinny for this role. Hella skinny. He looked pretty jacked when he played Black Panther, but like when he played this role, he looked hella skinny, like sickly skinny. It's kind of scared me how skinny he was. But he played a great role in this movie. It's a typical cop revenge movie. For real, not really a revenge movie. It's just a typical. It's like a real typical cop movie, but it has a really good twist to it. It has a really good. It's really good. I did enjoy it. I enjoyed it a lot. Very paced still. The pacing was almost perfect. It very, very fast. Yeah. I don't know. It was good. It was a good movie though. I will say it was good. I'm not gonna say it was great. It was a good movie. But yeah. Watch out for the twist. I'm probably gonna be like, you probably can call out what the twist is early on, and you just don't, you're like, all right, well, this should make sense. All right, so next movie, Guns Akimbo. This has Harry Potter, aka Daniel Radcliffe, as the role. This movie reminded me of what's the fucking jail movie where they all are driving and trying to kill each other? Oh, fuck. The jail movie that Death Race. There we go. This reminded me of Death Race. Guns Akimbo did. You know, they have a live stream event that's being shown. It's called the Schism. And people are killing each other on this live stream event. The only difference is that it's like an open world instead of like being in a prison system. Um, but to tell y'all the truth, this movie was hilarious. It's very violent, very violent. I'm not gonna lie to you, it was a very violent fucking movie. But it's weird seeing Daniel Radcliffe, you know, aka Harry Potter, cursing and playing a violent role. It was weird. It was weird, but once you get over that, it's a good movie, man. It's a really, really well done movie. Like it reminded me, it was like a mixture of Death Race and oh my god, just had the movie in my mind. Smoking Aces. That's what it felt like. Because you know, different people were trying to it was it just felt like those two movies were merged together somehow. And to me, I think it was really good. I think Daniel Radcliffe's character, you know, he was talking shit one night, and these guys came in and stapled his hands to two guns. This is why it's called Guns Akimbo, because he has two hands that are stapled in with the guns. And then all hell breaks loose after this. So definitely go check out Guns Akimbo too. Great movie. I ain't gonna say great. It's a very fun movie. It's funny as shit too. And once like I said, once I got over like, damn, this Harry Potter shooting people or Harry Potter dropping F bombs. The fuck is going on right now? And then you watch it and you get over like that's not Harry Potter anymore. That's whoever his character is. I'm like, oh, okay, this shit is good. This is a good movie. So yeah, definitely go check out Guns Akimbo. I know I've led a lot of people astray sometimes, but I'm telling you, Guns Akimbo is really fucking good. Also, last but not least, I got to watch the new Jumanji. Woo! That movie was funny as shit, yo. That was funny. I think that's the first time in a while where the sequel to a movie was better than the original. To me, that Jumanji was way better than the first one. Way better. You made Jack Black act like a black kid, but act like a 18-year-old black guy. You had you had The Rock acting like a 70 to 80-year-old white dude. You had Kevin Hart playing a probably similar age black guy. And then you had the girl playing her same character, and then you had 18 to 20-year-old white kid playing a around similar age, maybe mid 25 30 range. I forgot how old Aquafina is, but Chinese girl. That's what you had, and it was perfectly done. It comedy wise, like Aquafina played that role amazingly. And then she ended up playing. No, never mind. My fault. But okay, that's a spoiler. No spoilers. But these people playing these roles, and they acted like I guess they. Oh fuck, man. Jack Black had me dying throughout this whole movie. Oh fuck, man. Oh shit, man. Just thinking about it. Jack Black played the shit out of this role. And I know a lot of people are haters of Jack Black, but let's be real for a second. You're just fucking haters. You need to get the fuck over it. Somebody said they didn't like School of Rock. You are fucking crazy. Or I don't know what drugs you were on, but I loved School of Rock. I loved School of Rock. And Jack Black was the main reason why I loved School of Rock. This movie right here, it wasn't Kevin Hart. It wasn't The Rock. Jack Black killed this shit. He killed his role. Every time he talked as the Fridge was amazing. I'm sorry. I had to do it. Sorry, my fault. That is a spoiler. But it don't matter. It don't matter. Every time he started talking, I did just spoil like most of this. Whoa. Not really, because it showed in the trailer. That's only you. It showed that shit in the trailer who each person was. But man, that movie was hilarious. Oh my gosh, they did a great job with this movie. Yeah, it was definitely better than the first one. To me, it was way better than the first one. Sorry if I spoiled the Jumanji movie for you guys. I'm gonna put it in the descriptions. But this shit, that was a good ass movie. It doesn't even matter if I spoil it for you. It's just fucking hilarious. You need to watch this shit anyway. It's hilarious. That's literally the only part of it I spoiled for you. Trust me. So with that, I want to say thank you guys so much, man. Oh my goodness. Wednesday, I'm definitely gonna have anime and video games on Wednesday. Um, I've been fighting off this cold. I've been fighting off my allergies. Not cold. I've been fighting off my allergies. My allergies right now are on a different fucking level. I don't know what happened. But they're like, look, we're gonna fuck you up this year really bad. I know Corona's here, but we don't care. We're just gonna get stronger ourselves. So we're gonna fuck you up. So yeah, it's been a really tough road this spring with fighting off allergies and shit like that. But you know, I'm living. We good, man. We good, baby. We are good. Yeah, so definitely Wednesday I'm gonna have anime and video games. I'm definitely talking about Fire Force. Fire Force, wow, that shit got deep quick. The second part of it, the second part of Fire Force got real fucking deep. We're gonna talk about it. Also, the Demon Slayer trailer came out for the Infinity Train or the Mugen Train, wherever which one ever you want to call it. Um, Also season finale of My Hero Academia. Maybe some more PlayStation 5 news. They give us some more. And a lot more. And also go follow my Twitch, please. If you get a chance, go follow my Twitch. Also watch my streams, man. It's Knightstown _ finest 27. Go check those out, man. I like to joke around with people. I talk a lot of shit. So it gets a little hairy sometimes, but you know, it is what it is. We gotta joke around, we gotta have fun, especially in this time. So with that, I want to say thank you guys so much for listening. You can find us again where you can find the Cruising Podcast is on YouTube. Also, YouTube at Cruising Podcast, of course. Also at Cruising Podcast on Apple Podcasts and really anywhere you can get your podcast needs. That's where you can get the Cruising Podcast. Also, hold on. Sorry. Also, where you can find the Cruising Podcast updates of it is on Instagram at Cruising Podcast. Also at Nicetown Finest, which is the Twitter. Yeah, don't judge me. So with that, I want to say thank you guys so much for listening to the Cruising Podcast. I hope you guys have a beautiful, beautiful day. And don't do anything I wouldn't do. And I'll catch you guys on Wednesday for the anime and video game section. This is